Pregnancy is a life transition, whether welcoming in a first baby, a second, or a third. It's a time of great change with capacity for heightened moments of joy and also lows. With excitement can come forward natural anxiety and expectations. I wanted to create this short video to consider ways to maintain well-being during the pregnancy period and into the year after. I'll start by considering some of the risks across this time frame before moving to some short tips that can be applied today. I'll also be thoughtful around the role of currently being pregnant during a pandemic. Pregnancy and the perinatal period are known to be times of increased risk for women's mental health and well-being. Women may experience mental illness for the first time during pregnancy, and women with a past history of severe mental illness, such as psychosis or bipolar disorder, they are more likely to become ill during pregnancy or in the year after than any other time during their lives. Rates for depression can be about 10 to 15%, for obsessive compulsive disorder 2.5 to 9%, which is comparison to 1.5% normally, and for psychosis it can go from 1 to 2 in 1,000 to up to 50 or 60% if there's a background history of severe mental illness or psychosis previously during pregnancy or afterwards. Aside from considering general risks, a first essential to consider is in pregnancy that there is no normal. It's helpful to remove this word from the get-go and focus on each woman's individual journey. What we feel we can cope with, noticing where managing things day to day may be becoming increasingly difficult, and checking in with the perspectives of family and friends, as sometimes it can be hard to focus on what is changing around us. It's equally important, while taking perspectives in mind, to balance these, as everyone can seem to have an idea of what one should consider in pregnancy, and we are aiming overall for our own good enough. Physical changes to be aware. We know how physical health is directly linked to mental well-being, and we only need to take a short pit stop to see the sheer volume of physical change that can occur during pregnancy. Each trimester comes with its own additional lists of symptoms, and overall this can feel quite mesmerising. Morning sickness may occur any time other than the morning, and hormonal shifts can directly be seen to link to teary days through pregnancy and after birth. There can be a lot of interest and difficulty around changing shape and size through the pregnancy period. Whilst this may be later in pregnancy a general change for most women, each woman is still again unique in what size they may be. And it's important not to place judgment on what size one might be expecting. Worries to consider. When considering worries, each trimester has some givens that can classically inch forward. In trimester 1, there's the first finding out on whether to share the experience. In the first 12 weeks, many of us may worry about miscarriage and be on a wait for the 12-week scan. Trimester 2, there are concerns on baby growing healthy without abnormality and the 20-week scan, and beginning to wonder what type of parent we may be. Moving to trimester 3, there might be fears of the birth and nesting to prepare. We of course do not move smoothly through each of these worries, just as morning sickness can hit us not just in the mornings, and any concern can be experienced throughout the pregnancy. Some therapeutic papers note in response to worries and just any way during pregnancy, there may be an increased want to isolate ourselves. Nesting is a response to also turn inward to prepare for the baby. We may move away from discussing the pregnancy also with others, just as we may reach out and want to discuss the pregnancy with everyone. This reminds me that often with anxiety we move to all or nothing responses. It can be useful to know our natural ways of managing stress and our natural vulnerabilities, as our mechanisms to cope may echo in our journey into motherhood. Worries in pregnancy link to core concerns in just being human, concerns around illness, isolation, and independence/identity. Relationships. Significantly, also during pregnancy and in the year after, relationships can also come under strain as a couple finds a new balance to the journey of becoming parents. Relationships may break, and upsettingly, domestic violence can actually peak across this time period. Intimacy may alter, including one's sexual relationship through the basics of sleep, body changes, hormonal flux, and increasing demands of new working roles, financial strain, and jealousy of a partner for time. With conflict more likely, the importance of good communication has never been more important. So, overall, what can we do to maintain our well-being and mental health? I'm not reinventing the wheel, as many of the resources that exist for mental well-being are as relevant in pregnancy and the year after as they were before. There are some adaptations though, and to not overwhelm, I have created 10 tips. I will also consider COVID now and some resources in the current time. 1. Firstly, as a message to all mums, know yourself and keep your contacts of support. Make a list of numbers and support contacts for your midwife, your perinatal team, pregnancy helplines, the GP, 111, even Refuge for Domestic Violence, and numbers for family and friends. 2. Keep health reviews with healthcare providers and consider hypothetical planning for different eventualities. This may include what symptoms to look out for in mental health and well-being and different options, e.g. birth preferences. 3. Keep basics in place. Eat well, hydrate, take vitamins, and get enough rest. 4. For mental well-being, the NHS 5 Ways to Wellbeing, being active, connecting, giving, learning, taking notice, offers some suggestions to regularly improve one's well-being. 5. Connection and reflection are key. Develop space with others and with yourself each week. Discuss any current concerns that are emerging regarding the pregnancy and nourish who you are outside of the pregnancy. With communication, express vulnerability, the feelings that emerge and what needs and support may look like that enables others to help and build intimacy with you. Aim conversations in more optimized places, not too late, not too early, or when distracted, such as hungry, angry, late, or tired. In some of the language we use, it may be helpful to avoid directive communication. Aim for I and you statements and avoid absolutes. Also, a mechanism for conflict may be helpful to name when feeling anxious, step back from conflict, and set another time to talk through things. 6. With anxiety, setting a limited time to worry in general can help, as can identifying what is within and outside one's control. Perhaps write out some concerns for a set 15 minutes a day as needed, and with each, try and look at something that can be done now. 7. As we focus on losses more as humans, focusing on the good can be difficult and needs practice, but with practice it can help shift one's mindset. A daily practice of journaling, say 3 appreciations, can be helpful. 8. Boundary setting should be a guilt-free activity and is linked to improved well-being. With upcoming appointments and preparation, is there anything that can be let go? 9. Early recognition is important. While physical changes may vary and tears can come and go, core symptoms of mental illness are not different than they were before. If you feel consistently low over 2 weeks or unable to manage day-to-day things, reach out to the support list. 10. Considering mental health and treatments available, many mums may have concerns around these. There are a wide range of options, many tested and approved through pregnancy and breastfeeding. Not taking a medication is not without risks, as healthy mum means healthy baby. Some additional thoughts considering COVID and effects on well-being. COVID links to the same baseline anxieties of illness, isolation, and independence identity. Understanding how anxiety may be layered is helpful as a first step to consider where worry may be linking to. Significantly, while some worries may be added to, new ones may emerge. For example, additional concerns regarding other family members' health or new financial concerns that may not have been present previously. With pregnancy, we have seen there are a number of unknowns, and it is important to acknowledge the added uncertainty and shifting information on health for us as pregnant, for baby, and for next steps we take through the pregnancy during a pandemic. Having limited checks on trusted information is important, and I try to check the news for a set time once a day and no more. Keeping hope. Hopefully, through this time we may gain, as becoming a parent is linked with more highs and lows, it is commonly also reported as bringing more meaning to life. Hopefully, in a time of increased highs and lows, there may also be new realizations and opportunities past restrictions, taking recognition of our connections and noticing and appreciating the smaller things in life. A lockdown may also allow the added reflective space that is looked for by many pregnant women and is natural at this time. For now, keep well and keep safe. And here are some additional resources, including the Royal College of Obstetrics and Gynecology and Royal College of Psychiatry to check up-to-date information and knowledge around COVID and policy, some general apps and resources such as Start for Life and Baby Buddy, the NHS 5 Ways of Wellbeing, Morsey Learning for other wellbeing videos and links also to the podcast recorded on pregnancy during COVID, Relate information on relationships, which you can also look up some information on intimacy and love languages, and Refuge links for a 24-hour helpline in case of domestic violence.